Every time you read about the National Portrait Gallery in a newspaper, a magazine, if you see us on the television, hear about us on the radio, and that's all probably come from us in the press office. Strategically, around our 6 major exhibitions a year, we'd launch them to the press about 6 months in advance, let them give them a sneak preview of what's going to be in there, release a couple of images, then all the way through we'll be feeding more information, more images out to the press in time for the opening of the exhibition, get the reviewers in there.
I think ads in newspapers, which is the more marketing side of things, that is very much that's us putting it out there, that's us putting our message saying this is brilliant, go to it. Whereas when critics and journalists write about what we do, that gives it a little bit more, it convinces people more, which I think really helps. So to have both sides working on the brand identity, so you keep seeing it everywhere, and you keep kind of thinking, oh my God, I keep getting that image everywhere. I see that poster and then I've seen a bit in the newspaper about it. All those things work together to sort of produce a really strong campaign that gets that message out there.
We strategically think about how to release and when to release different stories. We work very closely with other organisations. There's kind of a central chart, so we would know when they're releasing news stories.
We try and be quite powerful in the timing of our messages and when they come out. So for example, the press campaign will come out when an exhibition opens, so just before and then just as the exhibition is opening, there'll be a mass of interest there. And within that time, there'll be an outdoor campaign that sort of comes off it really, which hopefully keeps the message going, informs people, keeps it in the public domain.
What you often find at the beginning of the exhibition is you get lots of press coverage because journalists review, but as the exhibition goes on you get less press, and so we have to time our campaign. So in the middle of the exhibition we're still getting the message out. Towards the end it's really important to say this is the final weeks, this is your last chance to see, because a lot of people leave it till the last few weeks. So no, we have to plan a campaign that covers the whole length of the exhibition.
There's always so much going on here, we have so many stories to tell. So we do send out a number of press releases. We also contribute to a number of publications that the Plymouth City Council produce, and also the South West Museums Hub. And they've been really useful for us. We have quite a sustained presence in the local press and on the local radio, which the museum didn't really have before.
We're lucky enough here in that there's such a scope and kind of diversity about what's on show and what goes on show and the different stories, that somebody is always going to be interested. And so we don't have to take people out for champagne, you just have to, basically you can just talk to people about the work, and it's usually something that interests them and excites them.
The retail side of it is quite important, so I have to find out what's coming up, what exhibition's coming up, what artists are going to be in the show, so we can make sure we've got catalogues about that artist, postcards about the art, books about the artists, or books about the different periods in art history. So things that can be relevant to the audience.
I think new media helps expand the exhibition outside of the gallery for visitors that might not be able to come and physically see it, for young people that are not interested in seeing portraits but interested on the subject and want to see animations or, you know, audio content, video content.
We get involved with online design, whether it's kind of web banners for marketing purposes, and then with the website we kind of help out, make sure everything looks as it should. I mean, we don't get involved in the kind of day-to-day running of the website, but if there's something that an exhibition needs to be flagged up, we'll design the little logo bit for it and send it on to the people who know what they're doing.
We do an awful lot with our own website. We submit an awful lot of information to other websites. In recent years, we've developed Flickr and Facebook pages to support and promote the museum's activities. We've also pulled together, and we're continuing to add to, an electronic mailing list. And we have a suite of newsletters and e-reminders which go out to the contacts on those lists, some of which are generic and some of which are tailored to specific sections of that list, to keep them up to date with everything that we're doing here.
A good part of the website is that we have an events calendar which allows visitors to see related events to an exhibition before they come. Maybe they want to come and see the exhibition the same day that an event's taking place, so they can coordinate that way, and online booking.